Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Flock up and flock off. Not you. Stick around because it's about to go down. You know, flock with the most energetic. The Eagle Say on the Maniac Monday. Let's fucking go. The Eagle Maniac. You already know. Dude, I'm still pumped from yesterday, man. Dude's like, so much I want to get into what we got for our flock docs today. What we got for our flock pops. What we cooking up. What you looking up. This is what we dealing with. We got the Fred Johnson. The curses are lifted all across the board. Like the psychosis, I believe this could quite possibly be my last therapy session. Because I think I'm cured, y'all. I think I'm cured. All the curses are gone. Everything was out the window yesterday. Yeah, we're going to get into curses getting cured and people coming through and what else we're going to do and all kinds of things. This is just flying right off the top, man. Been all day with Mama Maniac. Help her do what she got to do. So I'm just saying here real quick before Mrs. Maniac flops. I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? So we got to get this thing out, get this therapy session through, and do what we got to do. You already know. Let's fucking go. But before we do any of that, let's get the nest keeping out of the way. Please like and subscribe. If you got that fly, Eagles fly. Drop a comment in that box if you're flying with the flock. Even if you're not, do remember, join that Maniac thing. Note again, you hit that bell. You get a bang whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. And while that's the Maniac thing, let's keep the main thing the main thing. Hope this video finds you in good vibes. Fly, Eagle, fly skies. If you're not there, this helps you get there. Oh, yeah? I think so. Yeah, sure. Like I said, I'm out of it. I'm losing it. A.J. Brown goes off yesterday, man. Curses lifted. Shackles lifted. All kinds of things was lifted yesterday. But the first thing I want to get into, man, because we all love this dude. We all pretty sad when he left. And then when he came back, the town was elated. The people was elated. The fans was elated. The media team was elated because this man is the flocking man. Fred, God damn it, the man Johnson. Fred, yo, dude, like, Big Fred, man. So you got to say, he comes through. I'm looking at the game, and I believe it was Mega Maniac and Mama Maniac had to point it out to me, like, dude, like, what's going on with Lane? Who's that over there on that other side? And then it was like, no. Then they changed that guy again and brought someone else for him. So I was like, so we went through 3 right tackles throughout this game, and I'm like, where, what am I? I'm just immersed in all kinds of other things, you know, like it was a tight, close. Well, no, we were getting blown out. So I was just trying to zen and be cool. You know, Mama Maniac came through to watch the game. Shout out to YouTube. Like, what this NFL Sunday ticket on. It's pretty fire the way they got this thing set up. You know, I got it running right now. Way different than when I have it in my DVR. Like, you just pop this thing up. It's got the condensed version, so you don't got to go through all the minutia, the commercials, and all that. It's pretty dope. Enough glazing. Let me chill the flock out. Give me some endorsements. Let me get that thing for free. You heard me? Anyway, regardless of what you got, Mama Maniac comes through, and I just had to be calm because I realized she had stopped coming through to check out the games with the Maniac, you know? And I was like, maybe that's me. Maybe, you know, this therapy is working. You got to chill out, you know? Make it a amiable, make it a pleasant atmosphere for people to want to come through and watch a game with the Maniac, you know? I mean, then again, I wouldn't be being myself, so flock them up. Nah, that's Mama Maniac. Regardless of what we're watching, they tell me that that Lane Johnson is out, that Matt Pryor came in, and then Fred Johnson came in for him, and then just things from what I'm reading in the comments and what I'm watching back in the game, like things changed incrementally once he got in the game. We don't know if that's from play calling, whether it's him just solidifying that side, or if it's Jalen Hurts just taking over, like, because you see there's a lot of talk all over the Eagleverse, people saying that, you know, Kevin Patullo knows nothing. I heard somebody calling the whip last week, talking about Kevin Patullo, the IQ too low. Like, oh no, I believe that was Chris Long's show. Green light. So yeah, just people are going crazy on Patullo. If he was in charge, I mean, whether or not he was in charge of it or not, he's the guy that runs the offense. And if he lifted the reins and said, you know what, let Jalen Hurts do it, I see a head of leadership in that. I see growth in that, because sometimes because you can't do something, you know, to get someone that can do the job, and it takes a lot for someone to do that. There are a lot of narcissistic, a lot of conceit, a lot of overzealous people out there in the world who want to do it their way or the highway. And I thought Ben Johnson was one of those dudes, but we'll get into that at another time, because Caleb Williams went off on my fantasy yesterday. Fantasy was a little bit rough, you know, like the Eagles win. I don't give a damn, especially when like that. All of those teams could lose. I don't give a flock. You feel me? Get out on kid. Like, that game was crazy. But yeah, you had that going on, and then just to see Fred Johnson pull up, take over Sharp that side was flocking awesome. But like I said, you know, you got a lot of people doing things the way they want to do it and how they want to do it. And then for Kevin Patullo, if he did indeed lift the reins, what they say, take the bubble wrap off, cut the label, whatever you want to call it. If he did any of those things and just let it happen, I believe there's something to be said to let it happen. You know, for someone to be like, you know what I'm doing isn't working. And if he was behind the whole change of things, good on him finding a way to do something. This dude tried to run with one leg. Like, I thought we were gonna see something else nutty yesterday from say 2K, man. Like, but you know, we didn't need it, and we could do it so many ways, man. Like I was thinking during the week, dude. Like Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Eagles. It's good. Number one, like he said, it's gonna look like what Jalen Hurts wants it to look like. Number one. Number two, just because they don't do it doesn't mean they can't do it. Drives us a bit crazy as fans. I don't care as long as we come through with the W's, baby. It's all about the Winjamins, baby. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm how I'm on it this season. Hashtag that Winjamins, baby. Like that's what it's all about, and that's all we do. And it doesn't matter how we do it. Just the fact that we get it done is flocking awesome. So yeah, Fred Johnson. I believe I heard people saying, he deserves the MVP of the game ball and all that, and I'm 100% beside that. With that, I just love the dude's energy and all that. And then speaking of humongous human beings, much like Fred Johnson, it was awesome to see after the game the two Jordans come together, pause, and embrace for that W, and you see him going crazy. And Mike Garoppolo just like, Joe, this is a whole lot of human right here, because those are two humongous human beings, dogs. We're talking what, 6'7", 6'9", respectively, both 330 plus. Like that is just nuts. And these dudes move like gazelles, man. You see Jordan Davis hitting what, 18 miles per hour on a fumble block in return, and he had a sack. This dude is filling up the stat sheet. It's a beautiful problem to have. Like I said, much like I always say, the enviable task of being Howie Roseman, which is very enviable, if you know what I'm saying. But just when dealing with things like this, like those two up there, Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, if we could keep those two forever the same way we were able to keep AJ and Brown. Oh my fucking gosh. How are we able to keep everybody? It's just nutty, man. Like, look at my, yeah, boy, yeah. Ah, no one did the AO. It was just such an exciting game. You can't even, that thing's got to be organic. Much like I said when he was saying that in the offseason, man. It's a little nutty for someone to tell people what to say for him and all that. But you know what? You got to be your own advocate, your own number one advocate, So throw it out there. It's a little weird, but you know what? He's a great player. He can do whatever the flock he wants. You heard? What? This coming out party for AJ. The team that I have him on, usually everyone's been carrying that team the last few weeks. And now the day that he goes off, the rest of the team just to bed. I thought, yo, once AO, 1K always open, pops up and starts producing on my fantasy team, like I'm gonna be unstoppable. But this is football, and you saw a whole lot of football yesterday. Any given Sunday stuff going on, it was wild. But yeah, back to Jordan Davis just hitting that, and what we're gonna do next year as far as those two dudes go, I do not know. I just hope we're able to hold on to him. And it's wild because Jalen Carter, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose so he can keep his boy Jordan Davis here, try and make his cheese on his taco a little bit lower, because he's wilding out still. Like, you saw Jordan Davis trying to tell him to calm down after we blocked the first field goal. He's over there still talking crazy. Like, relax, my boy. Like, he's a very emotional dude, but like much like I hear Jason Avant saying, other football players say, you rather tell him to heal than sick him. So, you know what? Just got to keep that dog on that leash a little bit tighter, man. The dude's, he's a madman, but I love it. And did you see? Yo, this is the wildest part. I'm like, whose chain is he wearing in the post game, bro? He has Jared versus chain, bro. He put that chain on the line as you stupid slime. All we do is beat y'all, bro. He's salivating for what? Salivating to lose his chain? Wet liquid all over his freaking face. I love it. Pause, but yo, dogs. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My boy Carter's out here collecting chains, man. So many things he does. You just overlook some of the craziness that he does also. What? I don't know. You get what I'm saying. He's just got to calm it down. But if that makes him who he is, I don't know. I'm beside myself over that topic. But, I mean, he's an amazing player. Having those two studs up the middle is freaking ridiculous. Who's stopping that side by side on a backup guard? Like, orders you out of your mind? This is twice. Like, it's just... like everyone talks these things about McVay, and you never hear people say these things about Sirianni, but Sirianni runs a tight ship. There's a place for everything and everything in its place. Everyone has a job. Their job might not be important. Their job might not be as big, lovable, or great as another one's job, but it's all important. He lets that be known. And you've seen this time and time again with McVay when we faced him. There's little things, little pieces that he leaves to, I don't know, out of his control, or just doesn't tend to these things, because we're talking last year where he leaves two back-to-back plays. You're leaving Jalen Carter, who just blew up your last play. 2 plays in a row, you're going to leave him single block. You're not going to double that guy, max protect against a game record who's proven that he can wreck a game. And then this game, we block one, and then you see they go to the side of the rookie dude, replacement guard. You're not going to get that man some help. Like, by all means, keep doing what you're doing. It works for us. You feel me? I remember when this series, Oh, I mean, not so much when this series first started, but when it got rejuvenated. Because I remember much in the '80s and the '90s, man. That dude Chris Everett. I don't think that was Jim Everett. Jim Rome called him Chris Everett. Hilarious. Jim Everett for the Rams, and oh yeah, Eric Dickerson and all that. They used to, from what I remember, and you tend to remember the bad things more crazy. But I just remember the Rams spanking on us. And then when I feel like this rivalry was a bit rejuvenated, at least in my mind, I know everyone looks at their fandom and through different lenses. Whatever the case may be, I thought it felt something like a rivalry back in like the '80s, '90s, because like I said, whenever we faced them, they would beat us, and I remember it, so it made me mad. And then, like I said, I felt like it was a bit rejuvenated in the 2017 season. With the advent of golf and Wentz and like who's who and what's what, yada yada yada. And that game come pulling up on them, even though we had a great record, it was still fearful. These were the still McVay's Rams, high potency offense. Not to mention, oh yeah, what was going on in the early 2000s when they won that Super Bowl and beat us to get that Super Bowl in the NFC Championship. Trash. Whatever the case may be, since then we've been smacking them up. 17 since 17. I want to say I don't believe we have a loss against them since 17. Probably somewhere around 4-5-0, something like that. In my estimation, y'all can look it up. I don't know, but just let him keep doing the dumb things, because like I said, it's working for us. Everyone puts him on this pedestal, man. Our boy is that boy in that pedestal, albeit Nixon Sirianni is a whole flocking nut. It's just, you see him on the sideline after the field goal is blocked. Jalen Hurts is a psychopath. He's sitting there stoic, nothing, like just chilling. No emotions, nothing. He is a psychopath, a whole psychopath, bro. It is wild. Flock and love this guy. And then our coach just going by losing his damn mind, almost knocks him over, and Jalen just staying course, and Nick Sirianni going crazy. He's freaking body bumping with Jordan Mailata in the locker room. You got Jordan Mailata punching JJ in the stomach in the tunnel, not the locker room. Like, it was just madness, chaos, cacophony, and craziness, man. I love it. Go Birds, 24/7, 360 fly. You know how we fly, baby. Let's get this thing done every time. It's all about the damn W's. But then in Elder Eagle news today, and we're just going to be on cloud 100,000 million for the rest of this week until we see Tampa Bay next Sunday. But we pick up Xavier Gibson. I was loving him. One of my fantasy teams, you get points for return yards. So I picked up the Jets because I knew they had one of the most potent return games in the league. And then they drop him because I'm going crazy with my bro-in-law Maniac Jets fan. Like, yo, you see this, because defense is going crazy. Xavier, he's like, yeah, F Xavier Gibson. I'm like, oh, damn, what are you talking about? He's the one that had to fumble against the Steelers, and then the Giants went and picked it up, and I guess they saw that they didn't need him. And us, I guess we're trying to show up what's going on our special teams, even though special teams came through big time yesterday. And I forget who was saying, I don't know if it was somebody on Chris's show, Chris Long's show, or it was Jason Ivana, Barrett Brooks, or somebody saying that they just see this game coming down to special teams. And initially, I thought it was going to be their kicker with the screwball kick. Blocked! I love it. We got to that part pretty fucking fast. 26-21. Cheer. Yo, man, I didn't know that Jordan Davis had a piece in both of those. I mean, of course, he had a piece in the first one, but I didn't know he had a piece of it. Though he was just, part of the rush. Regardless of what, yeah, people saying that it was going to come down to special teams. That screwball kick was wild. But then we said, much like we always do to the opponents, hold up there, bro. We got something for you, man. Let me show you something. Let me show you what I'm dealing with over here. Blocks on blocks on blocks. The fuck you talking about? The block you talking about, boy? So yeah, man, and then AJ just going off. So that was awesome. But yeah, Mechie with the drops. I do believe Tank Bigsby comes up with that first one clean, I think he's gone out. He had a head of steam like no other, and he was ready to shoot out like bat out of, like straight out the cannon, bro. It was crazy. But he fumbled it, so it didn't happen. But in my mind, it did. I'm seeing it. I can see it. Like, damn it, man. So flocking close. And then Mechie dropping him. So then we got Xavier Gibson, who had fumble issues in New York, which is why they got rid of him. He is a great return guy. It's much like, it reminds me a bit of Brent Covey. Like, Brent Covey's amazing at returning, but they just don't trust his durability, so I understand it. And now Xavier Gibson, hopefully, with Mike Clay, and everyone's talking trash about Michael Clay. I remember this off in the offseason. I remember I used to say, Michael Clay got something to say. Michael Clay had something to say yesterday, bro. We can't be special without the specialness of others, you know what I'm saying? Especially without this special teams, you know what I'm saying? So, super hype, pumped about that. Welcome to the flock, welcome to the Bird Game, welcome to Bird Nation, welcome to the Eagle Verse, Mr. Xavier Gibson. Show them things up, fly high like the birds do around this time, about the time, at the time, man. To the next time, make your best time in the meantime, between time. Keep it a green time, you know how I like to do around around this time, about this time, at this time. Don't got the Eagle Watch on because I'm chilling with Flock. I'm a Maniac. It was a crazy day, but you already know what it is, man. Say it with me, y'all. Let's Flock and go. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Let's Flock and go. Go Birds, baby.